All right, we have Dr. Joe Landers here to answer your online pet questions, and he has brought the belle of the ball. This is Belle or Bella or whatever you want to call her.
Treats or whatever.
Sweet.
She really is a sweet little dog. She's a kind of a kisser here. She's a little Pomeranian, and we've had her now for 2, 3, 4 weeks or so, and she came in all matted up and everything. She's out on her own for a while, so she really is.
Yeah.
I got that on this sweater because she had kind of a severe haircut, but she sure is a cute little dog. So
she is.
Hi. And she's over at Heritage,
Okay.
and which is 918-627-8575 or animalaid.org on the net.
Okay.
So.
All right, Belle. Well, let's get to some of our online questions.
Yes.
A lot of people wanting to hear from you today. First question comes from D. How old is too old to spay a dog?
There's really no age that is too old, and in fact, after a while, the dogs can get infected uteruses. So we'll kind of encourage people that usually most dogs shouldn't breed past really 6 years of age. When they do, it's getting pretty old to have babies, and so I'll kind of discourage that and have them spayed at that time. Before they're spayed, as the older they get, they want to make sure their kidneys and livers are working okay. But yeah, it's a good thing to do. Too early to spay.
How young can they be?
Good question. You open a can of worms there. Most of the time I suggest about 6 months because their liver and kidneys are mature, and physically they can go through the surgery easier. A lot of times at shelters they're doing it as early as 8 weeks. There's an anesthetic risk, and certainly there's some of them don't make it, but on average spaying and neutering is a good thing.
Okay,
So
definitely.
absolutely.
All right, our next question comes from Karen. If I don't spay my cat, what other options are there to choose from rather than to declaw?
Yeah, and she's actually asking 2 different deals there. She should spay her cat because cats basically they go into heat and they stay in heat from February to October. So it's she will spay her cat sooner or later. I'm kind of kidding, but declawing, I'll tell people you don't have to declaw. In fact, a lot of times we'll kind of talk to people a little bit about how much they're really using and doing with it. Cats are easy to trim their nails. In fact, most of them will kind of go out there and you can use a fingernail clipper on just the white part and the little hooks and get them off of there. And the majority of cats probably don't use their claws as much as we might think to tear up stuff. If they do, then you have to do some things like actually retrain them a little bit. And there's also I can't remember the name of them now, but there's little plastic I can't remember what they're called, but you can actually put them over the nails. Now they'll get them off after a little while, but it kind of helps. So.
Okay. Time for one more question. This is from Ashley. Is it possible for dogs to get depressed? My dad passed away suddenly, and his dogs are not the same. Do they actually understand these things?
We're all part of a pack. Whether or not you realize it, your dogs, you're part of that pack, and they just die there. Okay. And absolutely, what I'll tell people in a nutshell is to mix up their routine, get them doing something else, take them to walks in the parks, in the cars, go around, do some things that are different that you normally wouldn't do. Okay, and it kind of distracts them a little bit. I'm not saying that they're going to accept it any better or whatever, but usually that helps develop a new pattern, and it takes a little while.
All right. Well, great advice. We really appreciate it, Dr. Joe, and Belle is just adorable.
She is.
If you're interested in adopting Belle, you can call Animal Aid, 918-744-8280, animalaid.org, also Heritage Veterinary Hospital as well.
Yes.
All right. If you'd like to learn more about Heritage Animal Hospital, see other pets who need homes, or just watch this segment again, go to our website, kjrh.com.